Okay, let's make our way onto the beach. Nat, we go on the beach now. You want to go down there and go round? Well, a very good morning from Phuket, and today, of course, we are down at Kata Beach. I'm sure most people are going to recognise Kata Beach in front of us right here. We've brought Shadow down. It's Tuesday. What? You forget the what? The water? Oh, okay. That's just got to pop back to the Sam Law. It's just across the road there. We've brought Shadow down some water. I'm just going to have to hold her while I've got the camera running. So yes, as I was saying, it's Tuesday of course, and that means our day off. So we've come down to the beautiful Kata Beach, and honestly, it's looking not too bad. There's quite a few people about. I've noticed a few people as I've been coming into Kata, walking around, which is nice to see. When I say people, I'm talking about tourists. Of course, you can tell the tourists quite easily because they're the ones that are very pale in colour. So obviously not staying here. It's not a guaranteed rule, but that's the sort of way I'm looking at it. So we're going to take Shadow a walk first off. Because it's Tuesday, our day off, and we normally take Shadow out and about first thing in the morning. She's got to go for one of her injections later. She has a flea and tick injection, so we've got to take her for that. But once she's had that injection, she can't go in the water for 7 days, so we've brought her down this morning first thing so that she can have a wander on the beach and possibly a swim. Now, she don't normally swim on Kata Beach. I don't know why. There's no particular reason, but she might prove me wrong today. But just look at the weather this morning. How beautiful is it? Ah, lovely, lovely day. A little bit of a breeze, as you can see, with the brollies. They're moving around, but nothing too much. And of course, we're live. So this is Kata Beach on Tuesday morning. I think it's coming up to 11 o'clock. Jet ski there coming up. So the jet skis are out on Kata Beach. So if you're coming over here, there's some stuff available on the beach now, and lots of beach chairs, as you can clearly see. I mean, how beautiful is it this morning? Wow. So we've got a whole list, a whole rows, should I say, not list, what am I saying, of beach chairs. The water sports there. There's no prices, unfortunately. The parasailing, that's what I couldn't think of what it was called the other day when I was over at Laguna Beach. The wake board, banana boat, storm boat. No prices though. Let's just have a look at the other side. Give you an idea of the prices. No, I guess you got to ask. I prefer it when there's a price and then you know that that's the price. Whereas when you've got to ask, of course, you never know whether they're making up these prices. Now, I haven't got the comments open at the moment. I can't really see the screen. The sun is that bright. I can't really see the screen. But it's absolutely glorious today. We have had some really nice weather the last month or so. A few small hiccups. Where is she? There she is, look. Running around. She loves it on the beach. Absolutely loves it. I don't know whether she's going to go in and swim. She normally does. Oh, looks like maybe. No, not. I think it might be the waves, because we get a little bit slightly larger waves down here on Kata to where we normally go, which is Anyon Beach. But of course there's some really steep hills going to Anyon Beach, and because we're in the Sam Law, as I call it, Charlie, it puts it under a lot of pressure because it's only 100cc, so it really struggles when it comes to the hills. And just lately it hasn't been feeling 100%, shall we say. It seems a bit lacking in power just lately. It's getting old now, so I try to be a little bit more careful with it. But we're going to have a wander down the beach, and you can see people there. I want to say 11 o'clock. What time is it, Nat? Is it 11 o'clock? I can't see on my phone. Hang on. Yeah. No, not 11 o'clock, sorry. Apologies there. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. Sorry. My mistake. So it's just coming up to 10 o'clock in the morning. I thought it was actually a bit later than that, so we're quite early. So considering it's 10 o'clock in the morning, there are a few people down here on Kata Beach. There's a few over there playing volleyball. Quite a few along the tree line, because even though it's only 10 o'clock in the morning, it's still very warm. There's no doubt about that. So I thought I'd grab my camera, because as I mentioned on the last live video, that I'm going to be doing a lot more live stuff. And going forward, I've got lots of plans with the live stuff. It doesn't seem too bad. I know the quality's not quite as good as the pre-recorded stuff, and I can't really expect it, to be honest, because of course I'm on my data plan. But you're going to see a lot more live stuff, me various places all around Phuket, of course, both daytime and nighttime. As I mentioned, I want to cover the nightlife because I think a lot of people are interested in the nightlife at the moment, because they're not quite sure what to expect because of all the rules and regulations. But I think you'll be quite pleasantly surprised in some areas. There is nightlife and you are going to be able to find it. Of course, it does depend on where you're staying on the island. There are areas, of course, where there isn't much life, so you have to bear that in mind. But if you're willing to travel, if you happen to be staying in an area where there isn't much life and you're willing to travel, you are able to find some nightlife. And when I'm talking about nightlife, I'm talking about restaurants, of course, and of course bars, and dare I say clubs. I think the restrictions at the moment is 11 p.m. closing, but again, I'm going to say that not everybody follows the rules. So you can find nightlife and you will be pleasantly surprised. It is starting to come back now more and more. Each month we seem to be getting better. And of course now there is talk in the media. Let me just see, I missed that comment then. I really can't see the screen because the sun's that bright. Even though my phone's set on the highest brightness, I can't see. I can't see it very clear, I'll be honest with you, because the sun's so bright. I'm missing the comments, I'm afraid. Let me just have a look. No, can't see anything. Okay. Well, I'm not going to make this one too long. I'm going to keep it to about 10 minutes. I just wanted to show you what a beautiful day it is down here at Kata, and I'm sure it's only going to get better as we go through the day. Doesn't look like we're going to have any rain today, that's for sure. Oh, how beautiful. Lovely, lovely. Shadow having a rest and a little drink there. It is very warm, I must admit. I think it's shaping up to be another 30 degrees plus day. But it's nice because there's a bit of a breeze. So we've got that breeze as well down here. That's lovely. Hopefully this will brighten up your Tuesday morning if you're somewhere where it's not quite as beautiful as Kata and you're looking forward to maybe visiting Kata. Well, this is going to give you a look at how it is currently, and it's not too bad. There's people about, as I say, 10 o'clock in the morning. More people, quite a few people there walking along the beach, a lot more than I was expecting. So clearly there are people staying now in Kata, because the beach area, as I've mentioned before, is the least affected areas anyway, but it has generally been a lot quieter here on the beach. Just change that's it, the angle, so the camera view. Wrong way. I have actually got it on my gimbal today because I wanted to try it out to see if it helps improve the video when the camera's moving, because I know when it's not on the gimbal sometimes it gets a little bit blurry, so I'm trying to get the best possible quality I can out of my phone for these live broadcasts, because as I say, I want to do more going forward. But clearly there is now talk in the media that restrictions may be dropping soon. It's not official, but there's a lot of talk now going around on the media that they're going to be maybe removing the day 5 test for COVID on the test and go, and I presume the sandbox as well some of the restrictions on the sandbox may ease. They're also talking about foreigners that actually catch COVID here. At the moment, I believe the quarantine period you have to do if you're unfortunate to catch it is 10 days, and the talk is they're going to reduce that down to 5 days. So hopefully all these things will go through, and if they do go through, then that's going to make a big difference to people's confidence in coming to Thailand, because I know a lot of people out there are still very, very nervous about coming over to Thailand because of maybe coming into the country negative and then unfortunately catching something while they're here and getting stuck in quarantine. Now I have mentioned this on a blog that I recently did on Panwa about the quarantine facility, because people are saying on the internet, and I've noticed it on a lot of groups, where they're saying if you catch COVID in Thailand you're instantly hospitalized, and that is not the case. What it is, according to the Crown Plaza over in Panwa, the lady there was very kind in explaining the situation, because they actually have a section of the hotel, a separate block, that they can do quarantine for anybody that catches COVID, either at their hotel or at another hotel. They take, obviously, tourists that have caught it, unfortunately, into their facility to serve out the 10-day quarantine. And what she was saying is there's actually 3 levels. So you're either, excuse me, so you're either a green level, an amber level, and a red level. And if you're a green level, which means basically you're either not showing any symptoms of COVID or you've got very mild symptoms, you are allowed to stay at the hotel in their isolation. You do not get taken to a hospital, as some people are saying. They're saying, oh, people that are not even showing symptoms are getting carted off to hospitals and being charged a lot of money. Quite simply, that is not true. And I don't know why people persist in posting comments that are not factual, but unfortunately that is the way of social media. If you are an amber patient, which is clearly showing signs that you have COVID, then yes, you may be hospitalized. And of course the red level is hospitalization immediately, because the red level is really people that are very sick, and clearly very sick, that need immediate attention. So these are the levels that they work to. So when people sort of send me messages in the group concerned about having COVID over here and what are the procedures, this is the procedure. So it really depends. If you are not sick and you are not showing any symptoms, you have the option to remain at the hotel, providing the hotel that you're staying in has quarantine facilities. Now some of the hotels don't, of course, and you have then the option to be transferred to another hotel that does have quarantine facilities. Now I think this is quite important for people to know, simply because obviously if you're out here and there's a family of you, this can be quite concerning, because if you've got a child that catches it, or say the mother, the father, people are thinking they're going to be carted off to hospital and separated from the family. And now this is not necessarily the case. I can't say it's the rule over everything, because it depends on the situation, but generally it isn't the case, and you will be able to remain at the hotel, providing you're on a green level or possibly an amber level, depending, again, it depends on the symptoms and what you're showing. If they have the facilities, you can remain at that same hotel, or maybe even move everybody to the new hotel so that you're not too far apart. And talking to the lady, she assured me that you could open the doors and windows and even use the balcony. So obviously if you're in a separate section away from your family, you're going to be able to stand on your balcony and talk to your family. It's not like you're going to be isolated away from everybody and your family's not going to be going on. Hi Tony, hi Shadow. I can just barely see it because the sun's so bright, the comments. So yeah, I wanted to bring people up to speed on that, because I have seen on a lot of Facebook groups conflicting information that isn't necessarily 100% accurate, that I understand that worry people. So bear that in mind. Things are improving all the time now, week to week. We are getting a lot of improvements over here, and I'm glad to see it. I mean, as I've said, I'm going to show you again Kata Beach. As you can see, beautiful day, a few people on here. It's far from packed, but there is a reasonable amount. 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to cut it in a minute because we're coming up to 15 minutes, and I'm going to wish everybody have a great day. I'm going to try and have a fantastic day myself. I'm not doing any more filming today because I've already done some yesterday and the day before, so you've got some more videos coming your way very soon, pre-recorded videos that is, and then the live stuff. Well, I'll catch you later. Have a great day everybody, and bye.